Illuminations that color cities at night. Playing a central role are LEDs. Behind the rapid spread of such LEDs, there's something happening to fluorescent lights. At this branch of a major electronics retailer, the fluorescent lights of all floors are being switched to LEDs. Fluorescent lights are disappearing from stores.
There are just under 5,000 lights in the entire store. We're changing them all to LEDs. It'll cost 60 million to 70 million yen.
Why are they spending so much to make the transition?
Our electricity usage falls to about half that now. We can also cut our annual electricity bill to 16 million or 17 million yen, so the cost will be recouped in about 4 years.
With the government also providing subsidies to companies investing in energy conservation equipment, such large-scale LED transitions are now taking place across industries. That has also given rise to an unexpected situation. Massive numbers of the fluorescent lights that were replaced by LEDs are being dumped. This is one of Japan's biggest fluorescent light recycling plants.
These are left over in the transition to LEDs. In many cases, this is the result.
The fluorescent lights that arrive are moved into the recycling plant one after another. Until now, the plant was open 8 hours a day, but with the sharp rise in volume, it extended operations to 12 hours a day.
This plant processes 60,000 to 70,000 lights a day. We're getting quite a lot of waste that comes from LED replacement construction.
Fluorescent lights are separated into metal, glass, and plastic, with the aluminum and steel recycled. As for the glass, which is the biggest material of fluorescent lights,
half of it is recycled back into glass for fluorescent lights again. The other half is sold as material for glass wool and insulation.
the key material extracted in the recycling of fluorescent lights is this. The white light becomes transparent in an instant with air pressure. They are recycling a material called phosphor that's stuck on the inside and produces light. The reason for spending so much time and effort?
This is the phosphor collected by air blowing. We then recycle mercury from it.
Fluorescent lights contain mercury, a toxic material that needs to be removed during the recycling process.
This is about a kilogram. We can get about this much mercury by processing 300,000 lights.
This mercury is what holds the key to fluorescent light recycling. The switch to LEDs is also happening in homes, and fluorescent lights are being thrown out on a large scale. Local governments are also struggling to deal with the recycling and disposal of the growing number of fluorescent lights.
The most important aspect is proper disposal. Because they contain mercury, there are only a limited number of facilities that can handle them.
Only about 30% of fluorescent lights are recyclable. Most are disposed of in landfills. But many local governments have limited capacity in their final disposal sites and may face a critical situation if huge amounts of fluorescent lights continue to be thrown out. Playing a vital role in the recycling and proper disposal of fluorescent lights are recycling companies specializing in fluorescent lights.
– 140-watt lights, about 4,000 in total.
Company president Keiko Oba has been in this field for 17 years. A business she started with few leads has grown to a scale that it now has contracts with major electronics retailers and supermarkets.
We used to have to convince businesses to properly recycle waste, but now they want to sign contracts with us to carry it out in the right way.
Japan's biggest lighting equipment maker, Panasonic, has announced that it will no longer offer fluorescent lights from fiscal 2018. The national government has also decided to adopt tougher regulations for fluorescent lights, and the move towards LEDs is accelerating. The switch to LEDs is speeding up. But recycling fluorescent lights that no longer have a role to play remains a huge challenge.